Caitlin Clark wants to be on the team, but who cares? She knows that in all likelihood she didn't deserve it. She's a rookie.
Here's the reality. Tommy's right. It's not just race, though. It's also sexuality. Caitlin Clark is a white heterosexual woman in a black lesbian league, and they resent and are jealous of all of the attention and the shoe deal that she got.
Team USA and the WNBA and all of these folks shouldn't be thinking about marketing and it's about what's going to be unfair to the other ladies, blah, 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 blah. Go after Caitlin Clark. Beat her down as much as you possibly can. Get the best of her. Angel Reese, go out there and win.
The surprise rejection of Caitlin Clark from Team USA's women's basketball team for the 2025 Olympics provoked heated debate among fans and commentators.
Team USA women's basketball roster will include several WNBA stars, but Caitlin Clark is not one of them.
Prominent ESPN commentator StephenA.Smith first voiced his outrage, calling the decision stupid and questioning the commitment to growing women's basketball without its most popular player.
A max salary at $250,000. You had attendance, although it was trending in the right direction, certainly wasn't where you wanted it to be. And as Shannon pointed out just the other day, you got a team in the Indiana Fever with their struggling selves, struggling to win a damn game and be relevant. No team in the WNBA was worse other than the winless.
He emphasized that in addition to enhancing the team's performance, Clark's presence will draw spectators who might not otherwise attend.
Idiocy of Team USA women's basketball. How dare you make this decision? It's stupid. And I'm going to tell you why it's stupid. I want all the ladies on this squad to know every single one of y'all are deserving.
Seth Greenberg concurred, stating that her significant impact to raising women's basketball viewership would not be highlighted in the absence of Clark's passion for the games. The impact of Caitlin Clark has actually been transformative.
Sit up there and pass on Caitlin Clark. It was stupid, Team USA. It was a dumb decision. Everybody, there's always somebody that's a sacrificial lamb. I respect the hell out of Rebecca Lobo and what she broke down. I understand it. It was a stupid decision.
Since her arrival, the WNBA has had a significant increase in both viewership and attendance. For instance, the Indiana Fever, Clark's professional team, recorded a significant increase in home attendance.
Tell when it's a home game day for the Fever because downtown Indy gets flooded with the number 22.
Surpassing their total from the previous season within just a few games.
On the street and you're seeing 22 shirts everywhere.
The number that belongs to the one and only Caitlin Clark.
With some games drawing up to 3 million people, the league's overall attendance has climbed by 40% over the prior year. This development is indicative of a broader trend in women's sports.
I got to see her today. It was like a dream come true.
Her star power was on full display against the New York Liberty when Clark made history, not only for herself as a rookie, but for her team when she hit a triple-double, electrifying the crowd.
It was terrific to see her live. We've been watching her for years because we're major fans of Iowa. She came really near to the game that we had previously watched on TV, so it was a little odd. I suppose she was similar to someone who, as a member of the selection committee, stated that Clark's current level of play would not be taken into account if the decision were made today.
Awesome. We're big Iowa fans, so we've been watching her for years, and it was great to see her live.
It was pretty surreal because we were watching TV, I think, the game before, and she got really close to it. I think she was like a couple of rebounds away, and I didn't think that I would actually be at the first one, but here we are.
It felt really exciting that my favorite basketball player made her first triple-double.
We've been following her since last season with Iowa, but seeing her do what she did on the court today, that was actually really
This statement comes after Clark was taken off the 2024 Olympic roster, a decision that has drawn strong criticism from fans and media personalities. Smith has emphasized Clark's record-breaking scoring achievements, pointing out that at the same stage of her career, her figures surpassed those of well-known player Diana Taurasi. He has adamantly argued that the Olympic team should include of the best athletes.
As a committee member, you're charged with putting together best team of players, the best talent. Caitlin is just a rookie in the WNBA. Wasn't playing bad, but wasn't playing like she's playing now. If we had to do it all over again, the way that she's playing, she would be in really high consideration of making the team because she is playing head and shoulders above a lot of people, shooting the ball extremely well. I mean, she is an elite passer. She's just got a great basketball IQ, and she's a little more
You know she could simply pull up from the free throw line.
Obviously, a lot was made of this matchup between yourself and Diana Taurasi. I know she's one of your idols. How big is it for you to get a win here against her today?
I'm just happy we won. It was cool to play against her, and obviously a really great game. And like you said, this crowd was absolutely incredible.
Smith has predicted that the acquisition of Clark and fellow standout Angel Reese would have a significant impact on women's basketball game attendance and viewing, regardless of marketability or popularity.
Up from the free throw line, swish, and could really handle the ball pretty well even at that young age. So you kind of thought to yourself, she needs a little bit more than this recreation league, and it just kind of took off.
He contends that these two young celebrities have the potential to attract larger audiences and raise awareness of the sport.
Off the ball is just as important than having the ball in your hands the whole game. Oh no.
Please don't tell me you got hurt. No, come on. She's fine. Walk it off.
Smith's stance backs the notion that factors like fan engagement and the sport's potential for growth ought to be prioritized throughout the selection process. The current state of women's basketball has sparked a lot of discussion about attendance and viewership, particularly in light of Caitlin Clark's absence from the Team USA squad. Trends.
To leave my mark. One day I want to be able to be a USA member. I want to be able to be with that team. So it was an honor to come out there and play against them. Coming off the bench, I just wanted to bring as much energy as I could.
Some people might think you guys would have taken it easy on them late in this game, let them get their confidence back, but absolutely not, right?
I think we got to get them better. Obviously, I think we're really talented. This league is so talented. So just being able to go up against them, I mean, it's
12 years ago, the U.S. women's basketball team was a dominant force, attracting sizable audiences and high ratings. Subsequent games, however, have experienced a decline. A recent competition only attracted 3 million participants. Many fans have expressed their unhappiness and vowed to boycott games without Clark because of her immense appeal as a player. Jen Amos feels a deep connection to
allowed anymore to show the #1 draft pick in the WNBA draft as opposed to Angel Reese, a woman who can't run. I mean, next time you watch Angel Reese play, yes, she can play. She's a good player, but she can't run. But we're not allowed to show the #1 pick in the draft, the most dynamic player, including everybody. Why? Well, because it's racist.
Speaking out about this issue, StephenA.Smith asserts that top players like Clark and Angel Reese not only perform well on the court, but also attract paying viewers.
Big fan of Caitlin Clark carrying a big sign.
Because she knows how to hoop.
This is going to be history. It's like what I told her. That's pretty epic that we get to watch her, because not a lot of games here in Dallas with somebody that big of a star.
The preseason game is...
He likened their absence to a favorite NBA player skipping a game, which usually infuriates fans. The attendance figures for women's games have been alarming.
Teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night. My teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
I'm sure there was an opportunity or two for me to probably attempt another shot there quite at the end, but I trust my teammates. Obviously, 13 assists, that means my teammates scored off of 13 of my passes. It's a really great number. So I'm going to give them the ball every time and give them an opportunity to score.
There has been speculation that having Clark and Reese on the roster may have significantly raised attendance given the disappointingly poor turnout at several games, like the one against Japan.
I just think that she's elevating the profile of women's sports in a way that most women should deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate. She's a phenomenal player. She's a phenomenal shooter. I call her the Steph Curry of women's basketball. I've been calling her that since last year.
The recent rejection of Caitlin Clark from the Team USA Olympic roster has sparked one of the most important conversations in modern women's basketball. It reminds us that sports are about more than just lineups, scores, and highlight reels. They are also about the enthusiasm, commitment, responses, and expectations that millions of fans carry with them on a daily basis. When a budding star's name is left off the final Olympic roster, it invariably becomes a major talking point. This is particularly true when a player's mere presence can draw attention from around the world, fill venues, and increase national ratings. Fans, commentators, former players, and media personalities immediately jumped into the discussion, sharing their thoughts on whether this decision was taken purely on the basis of basketball strategy, roster balance, and experience, or if it disregarded the unmatched momentum Clark has brought to the game. However, everyone agreed that Caitlin Clark is more than just a rookie. She is now the face of a massive movement that has ushered in a whole new era for women's basketball. She has consistently shown remarkable shooting range, superb passing, incredible composure, and a basketball IQ well above her years. Her presence made the Indiana Fever's home games seem like sold-out playoff events, from her record-breaking NCAA career to her early influence in the WNBA. With fans waiting hours before tip-off to watch her play, chanting her name, waving placards, and wearing number 22 shirts. Such fervor is quite rare for a rookie, especially in a league that has spent years trying to grow its fan base. Because of her triple-double performances, crucial moments, and instantly viral highlights, millions of people watch Clark. Despite her youth, a number of pundits argued that her influence and contribution to the league's notoriety cannot be ignored. She is currently fighting at a level that is equivalent to many seasoned veterans, so if the selection had been made today, she would likely be seen very differently. However, selecting an Olympic team necessitates carefully weighing a variety of aspects, including as experience, positional balance, defensive flexibility, camaraderie, and prior commitments. These decisions are therefore difficult and sometimes controversial. Even so, Caitlin Clark's comment was the only thing that stood out throughout the chaos. She managed everything with poise, maturity, and calm. She didn't show blame, irritation, or negativity. Instead, she kept focusing on improving her abilities, supporting her colleagues, and representing her team in a professional manner. Someone who understands that challenges are the beginning of a bigger chapter rather than the end of the story is a true champion. The issue has also raised awareness of something extremely important: the rapid expansion of women's basketball. Thanks to superstars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, the sport's quick surge in popularity was unimaginable. The only reason people buy tickets is to see them. Television ratings increase when they perform. On social media, their game highlights are well-liked. Beyond basketball, they influence culture, inspire upcoming athletes, and show the power of women's sports when they receive greater recognition. Although Clark's absence from the Olympics disappointed millions of spectators, it also raised interest in the sport. Supporters have an interest. They are worried. They quarrel. They show up. These answers demonstrate that women's basketball is poised for a golden age, with Clark at its heart. It may seem like a disappointment to miss the Olympics, but it wasn't the turning point in her career. If anything, it will accelerate her growth.